Yes, I just wanted to reply to your video. I kind of agree with you because, you know, New York City government is so corrupt, and I've been watching your videos for pretty long time, and I supported Tony Avella, and I supported Norman Siegel. I believe that's what's his name. He was running for public advocate. And unfortunately, I know they lost and everything, but that was kind of brave of you to confront this supporter slash volunteer of David, and it was very, very brave of you, and I agree with that, because I know when you were putting those posters, the posters of the picture, that you painted of Bloomberg, they gave you a hard time stating is against the law and everything like that. And now with this volunteer slash supporter of David, it's alright, for him and for these people to put their posters like Rosie Mendez and all these people. It's just a double standard, and it's pretty much it's a lot of people in New York are tired of the double standards, and it's so sad that that we're not able to put an honest man like Tony Avella to become mayor. A lot of people didn't know about him, and he was just very honest, very straightforward. I'm not really a supporter of William Thompson. I'm not really no way a supporter of Michael Bloomberg. He has done nothing for the working class in New York City. He has this corporate mentality, and it's a lot of people in New York are tired. It's just the situation with Tony Avella. I think a lot of people didn't know about him. A lot of people didn't even know about William Thompson. So because of this, that's the reason why Tony Avella didn't have the chance to run in the general election against Michael Bloomberg. And unfortunately for me, I'm in the independent party, so I was not able to vote on the Democratic primary in order to vote for Tony Avella. I wish I could have done it, But like I said, I agree with a lot of your work, and keep going strong and keep putting your videos and things like that, because we need more voices to be heard. We need more voices out there to speak the truth and things like that, and basically that's what's going on, and hopefully, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens during this general election. I don't support William Thompson at all, but I guess I prefer him to win, to become our next mayor, than Michael Bloomberg. Michael Bloomberg served 8 years as mayor. He served 2 terms. He was always against overturning term limits without a referendum. But then suddenly he just changed his platform and wanted to overturn term limits and not have a referendum, making up a whole bunch of excuses and a whole bunch of nonsense. It's just ridiculous, that he thinks he's so almighty. He thinks he could just change platforms overnight, kind of the flip-flopping type of thing that a lot of people in this city, in this state, in this country are getting tired of when it comes to our politicians. But people are tired of this flip-flopping, and it's just ridiculous already. It's plain ridiculous, and people need to step up. It's particularly a lot of people within my generation. They need to step up to the plate and start fighting and start voicing how they feel. But no, they care about when's the new, when's the next iPod going to come out, what's the next PlayStation, what's the next Xbox, what's the next it's like a materialistic generation, but not everybody, but that's the atmosphere that that we have right now. This materialistic, superficial attitude. Instead, people are not fighting for the stuff they need to fight for, and things need to start changing, and it's just because if things don't start changing, then we're going to see a lot of changes and not changes in a good way, but changes in a bad way, and people need to start waking up and smell the coffee.